Hi guys and welcome back to our channel. My name is Aditi and today we're going to talk about common dining room mistakes and how to avoid them. Dining rooms are often seen as design afterthought because these traditional spaces are often used only during holidays or special occasions. Otherwise, these places just collect dust. But we'd argue that a beautifully designed dining space will encourage more family gatherings, dinners, and hosting gigs. With a proper dining table and a little design love, your dining room can surely become your favorite space in your home. So, let's get started. A common dining room design to avoid is a disproportionate dining table. Proportion matters when selecting your dining table size. If you have a spacious dining room with a small table, it will get lost in space and feel anticlimactic. On the other hand, a large table in a tight space can feel cramped and uncomfortable. There should always be enough space on all sides to sit comfortably and pull out your chair. Designer rule of thumb: aim for at least 3 inches of space between the wall and the dining chair. Another dining room mistake that homeowners make is impractical seating. It doesn't matter how beautiful your dining chairs are if no one actually wants to sit in them. While we love an antique find or a beautiful but statuesque piece of furniture as much as the next person, practicality is paramount when buying dining chairs. Make sure that your seating is comfortable, especially if you love to entertain and host. When it comes to your dining room, you might want to avoid zero ambience. Mood lighting is a non-negotiable when enjoying a meal or celebrating a birthday at home. Just imagine eating a homemade dinner under stark overhead lighting. Honestly, that's a hard pass. In addition to statement pendant or gorgeous chandelier. I mean, it's a dining room. You can always go all out. Layer in table lamps and wall sconces for additional ambience. And don't forget a dimmer switch. Make sure you avoid going too small on the rug. Your dining room rug should be large enough to sit under all pieces of furniture, including the chairs when pulled out. If your rug is too small, the chairs will feel uneven or wobbly when in use, thereby distracting you and your guests from the main event. What's more is that a too small of a rug will make any space look smaller and incomplete. When it comes to your dining room, don't make it too matchy-matchy. Whether you're furnishing a bedroom or a dining room, matching furniture sets are a hard no from us. It's more dynamic, interesting, and personalized to mix and match different styles, colors, and silhouettes when furnishing a space. Consider a modern oval dining table paired with classic mid-century modern chairs. The contrast is perfection. Make sure that you avoid hanging light fixtures too high. Dining rooms are the one space in your home where you have permission to ignore the 7-foot rule. Because no one will actually be walking underneath your light fixture, you can hang it a bit lower and really make a statement. Opting for an oversized statement chandelier hung at eye level really brings ambience to a dining space. Another dining room mistake to avoid is cramped seating. Commonly spotted in apartments, condos, and small homes, dining nooks, though incredibly cute, can easily feel cramped. Always make sure you're selecting furniture that fits the scale of your space and consider bar stools or a built-in banquet if extra seating is an absolute must, as opposed to cramming in extra dining chairs. Impractical finishes in your dining room is another mistake to avoid. Like uncomfortable dining chairs, you'll always regret buying a beautiful but impractical dining table that quickly collects scratches and scuffs. Considering the price tag on most dining tables, you want it to hold up, especially if you have a large family or little kids. Make sure your table is properly sealed with a water-resistant finish before pulling the trigger. Skimming on decor is yet another dining room mistake to avoid. While you may only use a formal dining table room a few times a year, it should not be a design afterthought. Sure, a living room will understandably take precedence when designing a home from the ground up, but dining rooms deserve some love too. Add artworks, mirrors, and wainscoting to the walls, and adorn the tabletop with candlesticks or a vase with fresh blooms. Having lackluster window treatments is a terrible dining room mistake. Speaking of decor, your window treatments are equally important. Not only do drapes and shades contribute to the ever-important ambience, they offer an opportunity to inject even more personality and style into your dining room. Of course, you'll want to make sure that they're properly sized and installed. Playing it safe is a dining room mistake that you really want to avoid. Traditional dining rooms are often a small separate room in the home, which means they're a perfect candidate for bold pattern and color. Give this room its own unique personality with wainscoting, bold paint, colorful rugs, mismatched dining chairs, statement lighting, wallpaper and the like. Make it feel worthy of celebratory dinners and holidays. Having too much one dimension will make your dining room unbearable. Texture is so important when it comes to creating a warm, inviting and dynamic space. Whether you're a stalwart traditionalist or a modern bohemian, layer in contrasting textures like velvet, wood, leather, linen, metal or wicker. Like furniture, it's important to mix and match different fabrics and finishes for a unique, eye-catching look. This is it for this video. If you liked our video, then don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you next week.